Hi Pisces. So I have something to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you, but I have to tell you. I did your reading early. I went out of turn and did your reading. And it didn't record. It's a great reading too. I was so bummed about it that I didn't record any other readings until like now. It's the middle of the night. Because I went out of turn because I knew that you guys needed, some answers. And maybe that wasn't, the fairest thing karma-wise to do to the other signs, but I was like, no, Aries is really hurting and they need to know what's going on, so let me just, not Aries, sorry, Pisces. Aries is the one doing it for the most part. But, it's never happened. I haven't really uploaded videos very long, so I can't say that never is very long. It's only been a couple of weeks, but it was recording fine, and then it was just gone. It just wasn't there. So here we are again, Pisces. Let's try this again. Hopefully this time it works. We won't go out of order. You're last this time, so you know what that means. You'll go first next time. Something to look forward to. But I know that you guys, I've spoken to a lot of you guys this past month, and I know that there is a lot of confusion, stagnation, running in all directions at once, not knowing what to do. Feeling a little hopeless, depressed. So let me tell you a little about how I can relate to you. In every video, I'm telling you something about me as it relates to your sign. Give you a little more understanding of me, like if you were, getting readings from me once a month, like people do. Those people know me really well. A lot of them are my friends. So, when I read for them, I always relate to them through the filter of what I know about them and about their sign. And so, let me try and relate to you, Pisces. Funnily enough, my Neptune is in Pisces. And it's my North Node. And because my rising is Cancer, very watery, I've always attracted a lot of Piscean friends, but it's not always the most comfortable relationship because I can see through you guys, and you don't really like that. And most people won't treat you harshly when they see through you because they know how sensitive you are. But I don't care. I care that you're sensitive, but it's not going to keep me from telling you what you need to hear. Air signs are not swayed by emotion that way. You can't emotionally blackmail a Gemini, although Pisceans do try. But Pisceans try and emotionally blackmail everyone in one way or another. It's part of, it's your superpower. Feelings are your superpower, so you use them. You use your element very well. And no, not everything I'm saying is feeling very good right now, but that's exactly what I mean. My relationship with my Piscean friends is one of, I have to show you guys things you don't want to see, you don't like me for it, you get upset with me for it, I expect more of you than you usually want to give. You want to give, but you only want to give in the way you want to give, and I don't agree with that, and so Pisceans and I run into a lot of trouble, but, and this must be telling, they consider me to be their closest friends. out of one of their closest friends, and I don't, it's not reciprocated. I don't feel that way in return, because I feel that you guys, you lean on your friends a lot. A lot. You're emotionally very needy. But you're not reliable enough emotionally to reciprocate it. So I have no problem being there for you. And you're very helpful in other ways. But I wouldn't rely emotionally on a Pisces. No. No. Because as an air sign, if you let me down in that way, I'll never trust you again. So I would just rather not put you in that position of having to rely on you that way, because I don't think you can handle it. I think you're overruled by your emotions. Like I always tell the Pisces I read for, a fish doesn't know it's in water. Having said that, let's take a look at this. A fish that doesn't know it's in water, huh? That backward cup pretty much should tell you, in the middle of the reading, the backward cup should pretty much tell you everything you need to know about what's going on with you and what's going on this month. Okay? Yeah. You are bleeding out, Pisces. And why? Because things didn't go the way you wanted, right? I know, it sounds very harsh. But I'm just looking at what I see here. Things didn't go the way you wanted. You pushed the situation. You used your master emotional manipulation to push the situation. It upended on you. It turned on you. All this that you have to give, it turned on you. It spilled out. You're bleeding out now. These energetic wounds you have. And here we are. This is how you're feeling, right? This is how... Sorry with all the adjusting. This is how you thought you were going to feel. This is how you thought it was going to go. And this is where we ended up, right, Pisces? How did we get here? Could there have been some overthinking and over-emotional missing of the point going on? Could we have pushed things and moved too fast when we should have waited? Do we attract people who use us for what we can emotionally provide and then walk away with what we give them and take the credit? I just did a reading, the reading before this one, about people who are being emotionally needy and how not to give in to it. And here is this card again. So that was you in that reading. If you're messing with an air sign, if you love an air sign, or someone who displays the, or a fire sign that displays the harshness of an air sign, you're barking up the wrong tree here looking for emotional sustenance from them. The emotional charity that your emotional neediness requires right now is not going to be met, and this is what you're leaving the reading looking like. And don't be upset. I'm only being this way with you because there's only one way to get through to you, Pisces. You're doing this to yourself. You know you're doing it. You know you've done it before. You're using what is essentially a superpower that you have, which is emotion and feeling and all the rest of it, and instead of having it right side up, instead of having it be this productive thing that overflows and adds more and more abundance, we're all the way turned around here. And instead of adding to the abundance, waste. It's just pouring out. And what is it pouring? And what are you using this power for? To push? To cause flooding and overflow? Right? And look at these cards here. Look at what Pisces attracts with this bleeding out, energetic bleeding. Look at this energetic bleeding out of the wounds. See all the energies flowing out? That's you. And guess what happens when the energy's flowing out? Guess what you attract when you're bleeding in the water, Pisces? Sharks. So here are the sharks. So you've been dealing with some sharks, huh? And here's the thing. Even if they weren't sharks to begin with, you've turned them into sharks with your overwhelming emotion about this situation. When you start to like someone, right? When you start to like someone, it starts to go haywire, huh? This has caused a lot of misery lately, hasn't it, Pisces? Pushing the wrong people has gotten you where? Offering too much has gotten you where? You're doing this wrong, Pisces. You're pushing in the wrong way, at the wrong time, and it's coming across just as emotional neediness instead of what you're trying to accomplish, which I can see that what you're trying to accomplish here is, you're trying to offer love. And you feel love, and I get it. But you have to understand that what the cards are saying is that this is actually what you're doing. But as a Pisces, you are so engrossed in your emotion that you cannot see up from down. Remember, a fish doesn't know it's in water. You're completely consumed with whatever happens with you, and there's no perspective there. Where's the perspective? Where's the, just so unaware of how it's coming across or what's going on in the outside? Where's the awareness of self here? This is supposed to be about a lot of introspection and awareness of self. Cancer does this. Cancer knows what Cancer is, but Pisces, you run from this. And you keep running straight into people who are not nice. Men with knives. Literally, men with knives. And then you end up surrounded by knives. Look at this. Men with knives. And then you end up surrounded by knives and you don't know how it happened. Come on, Pisces. And where are the men with knives coming from? From your energetic bleeding out. And why are you energetically bleeding out? Because you thought you had something and you planned and overthought it in your head and you pushed the person and you ended up with nothing. Right? And now you're emotionally needy and you're seeking validation and attention from this person. But are they giving it to you, Pisces? Let's see, what do you need to know? I'll tell you after I see the cards what I think you should do anyway. But let's see what the cards say. And I know you don't want guidance on this. I know why the cards are being stiff. Because you just want to do this. You just want to live in this cycle here that you've created for yourself. Where you get your hopes up, you overthink, you push, you emotionally manipulate. That makes you needy. You attract, you start bleeding into the water, you attract sharks, and that makes it worse. Like a whirlpool. And you know what's so funny? That's exactly how the reading was, the one that got deleted or didn't record properly or whatever the hell happened to it. It's so funny. Same thing. You guys creating a very destructive pattern out of a few key inherent qualities to you that are not being properly utilized, and so they transmute into this really destructive cycle. Yeah, can we just move on now, please? Like, it's been a while now that you've been staring at this. You do realize that these cups are spilled, right? You do realize that there's still stuff left that you need to do. This is also like, you need to turn around. Pisces, you got work to do too. You have responsibilities. You can't just stand here being useless looking at these cups. What are you doing? This emotional dwelling that you guys do, I think that's why you guys, like, with my Piscean friends, I get in trouble. Because this emotional dwelling, I just don't get it. Come on, man. Get up. Pick your head up. Look up. Enough with this. What is this? Like, what's the point of this? It's done. It happened. It sucked. You're right. It's done. Pick your head up. Look at the reality. Look at him. He's looking at things the way they are, and he's planning, and he's making plans for the future. This is a dynamic person. He may be still at the moment, but he's very dynamic, isn't he? He's making plans for the future. He's setting out on a journey. He's really looking at the reality of things and studying it and saying, okay. What is this? What is this studying? What is this paying attention to? What is this? Sorrow. Sad. The way it was. It was so good. It was. What if I can? No. You want more of these people here? These guys with knives? Or do you want this? Because what's the guidance for you? What's major arcana guidance? What's the universe saying to you? Pick. You can manifest whatever you want, Pisces. You know that. You're totally tied in. You're the ocean. Choose. How do we use the power of the water? The power of the subconscious. Your power, your superpower of feeling. How do we use it? Do we use it to be superheroes? Or do we just, wallow? No more wallowing, please, Pisces. No, it didn't go the way you wanted. Yes, you thought you had it in your hand and you pushed and the person's not cooperating, and yeah, I get it, but okay, you're doing it. And you keep doing it. And you're just making it worse, and you keep doing it. Stop. You need to stop this bleeding. Stop offering. What about you? Where are you in this reading? You're here, outside the reading, not even factoring in. Because you can't. Because you're not this thing yet. You're not this person yet. You're being emotionally immature by staying in this cycle. Don't do this. You have the ability and the metaphysical wherewithal to do this properly. And make a new change. Or like make a new start. Pick a new direction. Leave. You are allowed to leave, Pisces. You don't have to stay until, someone emotionally beats you to death. Okay? Think about that. Think about how you are outside the reading and you need to focus on you, and you're not here. You're not here because your focus is all external. You're so used to give, which is also a way you emotionally control people, but it's give, and then the take, the neediness that you want back, the thing you want back that makes you into this. You need to grow past this and become this person who doesn't need anything back, who gives, but their cup is always eternally full. Not because people are coming and filling it, but just because by the nature of this being, their abundance never runs out. Look, on the ocean, just water, abundance. You see, this energy that you're displaying right now, when you emotionally blackmail people, when you emotionally manipulate people, when you're emotionally stubborn and you want more than you should, when you rush people into situations when you shouldn't, this is emotional neediness. And this is not. This is someone who can give without ever needing to receive anything back. This is the mature version of you, Pisces. This is what you can become. And you can become this if you choose properly, yeah? And you use your powers of manifestation, and you're tying into the greater subconscious that you naturally is your gift, is your, cross to bear. If you use it properly, you can attain this. You have the karmic bank account is full. You can do whatever you want with it. You can manifest right now. October is good for that for you. Do you want to become this? Or do we want to do the same old Pisces this thing? Let's not please do that. Let's aspire, and let's plan and look up and pick your head up and look into the future and into next year, and not bringing this into next year. Okay? Because who knows, if you do this, if you use your power of manifestation to do this and get here, it's very possible that this thing that you saw might still be a reality. It just can't be a reality for you right now because you're pushing and being immature and going in 30 directions at the same time. And so that love interest or that career or that job, none of that can come to you right now because nothing is attracted to this. Not love, not money, not nothing. Nothing can come to you when we're here. So Pisces, cut it out. No more. This, if Major Arcana is saying that you have what you need to make the change, that means that they're saying that this gets turned around. When this is right side up, then you have what you need. Okay? You've got to focus on you and turn that cup around so you can manifest stuff that's going to be good for you and stop bleeding into the water and attracting sharks. And that way you'll have enough karmic capital to get the job you want, get this person to start behaving properly the way you want, because you won't be sending out needy vibes. You got it, Pisces? Alright, last reading. You'll be first next month.